Orale vatos! What's happening? This review will be divided into two parts. For this episode, we'll just tackle World and Spriggan, so prepare yourself for another bizarre adventure on... It's the first sparking ring with two gimmicks. One is being dual spin. To change spin direction, just flip it over, lock it in, and you're good to go. There's some minor differences depending on its orientation, like how this part was designed to sit lower in right spin and sit higher in left spin. But generally speaking, its shape in both left and right spin is more or less the same. Its shape design is more like a parallelogram compared to Tempest, which is more like a hexagon, which makes it closer to a circle. So right off the bat, at least on paper, World should have more recoil than Tempest. In addition, notice how it's on the thin side compared to Tempest, which is thick and burly. Its other gimmick is having a conditional burst stopper. What this means is that when these two parts are pushed back by its opponent, it would also push in a tab that blocks the disc prongs from rotating to the point of bursting. Its predecessor 2 generations ago, Cho-Z Spriggan, has the same burst stoppers with the requirement that you only launch it very hard to activate it. This requirement-based burst stopper is generally superior to World's conditional-based one, simply because you don't have any control with World's version. Based on limited testing so far, its semi-aggressive shape and lower-grade burst stoppers contributes to more bursts using Wheel Extend Plus 1S. Lastly, when World's burst stopper activates, it exposes a contact point for attack. Here's the current heaviest right spin ring, Tempest. Here's the current heaviest left spin ring, Rage. Here's World, which as shown is a little bit lighter than both. Glide is the only ring with poor burst resistance because it doesn't expose much of its chassis teeth. World in both spin directions, as you can see, exposes its chassis teeth at a normal height, which gives it good burst resistance. Same goes for left spin, as shown here. Using World, even after those consecutive strong hits, Tempest never even entered the Tornado Ridge, which means that there isn't enough attack power from World. Using Super, that's a major hit, but both were saved by the wall. That's another strong hit that pushed Tempest to the Tornado Ridge. Super clearly hits harder than World. However, Super isn't always consistent in dealing hard hits. Sometimes there are duds in its performance like this one. Using World, there's a hard hit that pushed Master onto the Tornado Ridge. But after that, World wasn't able to do anything else to Master. Using Rage, The first hard hit. The second hard hit. After this, Rage just chilled. Due to its missing Vato 3A, Rage isn't as powerful, but still, it was able to deal 2 hard hits compared to World's 1. Using World in right spin, it took the hits well, but note that this is in opposite spin. Using Tempest, like World, it can easily counter an opposite spin Rage combo. Using World in right spin, those were hard hits. Those were lesser hits. World did well here as this is a good case scenario. This is a bad case scenario. Those were consecutive hard hits that led to a burst. Using Tempest, those were hard hits. And a last-ditch effort hit. This is a good case scenario where no hit threatened Tempest. This is a bad case scenario. Tempest was saved by the wall. It took 3 more hard hits but didn't burst. Alright! This shows that Tempest is a bit better than World due to not bursting in these tests. Using World in left spin, World did well in eating the strong hits and outspinning Rage 3A. This is a good case scenario. This is a bad case scenario. Using Abyss. Abyss did well by absorbing more hits than World and still won via a spin finish. This is a good case scenario. This is a bad case scenario. Those were consecutive hard hits that led to a burst. Abyss gets a very slight advantage here, but at the end of the day, any left spin combo against Rage 3A will always be shook. Against Tempest, the world is no match for Star Platinum, or rather, Tempest. To view the full 10-round battles, please go to the topmost pinned comment in the comment section. Against Master, holy shit! Against Master again, Muda 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 muda. World bows down to its master. Golden experience. Against Phoenix. Although it lost that round, overall, it can hang with the best of them. Against Master, even if it lost that round, it won't be put at a disadvantage in right spin. It's the second dual spin chip after Diabolos. To change spin directions, just twist its chip stem either left or right. To get a better understanding of the upcoming explanations and terms, please watch the Rage Longinus Destroy-3A review first. Let's compare their weight. Here's Diabolos. Here's Spriggan. As shown, both have more or less the same weight. So how do they differ? Diabolos has two chip hooks that are full length. Here's Diabolos' chip hook measurement. Valkyrie has two chip hooks with a cut-off portion on each. Here's Valkyrie's chip hook measurement. Longinus also has two chip hooks with a cut-off portion on each. Here's Longinus' chip hook measurement. Spriggan has also two chip hooks, but with two cut-off portions on each to account for both spin directions. Here's Spriggan's chip hook measurement. As shown, Diabolos has the longest, followed by both Valkyrie and Longinus, and then trailed by Spriggan, which has the shortest. Having this cut-off portion will make a combo quicker to and easier to burst due to a loss of one click. The 2S chassis has 4 teeth on each side. Here's World Diabolos in left spin. 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks to burst. Here's World Spriggan in left spin. 1, 2, 3 clicks to burst. The reason for this is that Spriggan's shortened chip hook can only support up to the third pair of teeth and thus it loses a click. The exception is for double chassis like 2A and 3A. Here's Diabolos on 3A. 1, 2 clicks to burst. Here's Spriggan on 3A. 1, 2 clicks to burst as well. Because both chassis only have 2 teeth that are placed wider apart, Spriggan's chip hook can only support up to the first pair of teeth, but since there are only 2 pairs of teeth, it doesn't lose a click. Valkyrie and Longinus' second gimmick is their chip hook widths are thicker, which gives them a trivial increase in burst resistance. Here's Valkyrie. Here's Longinus. Here's Diabolos. And finally, here's Spriggan. As shown, Spriggan has the cut-off chip hook disadvantage but doesn't have the slightly thicker chip hook width as compensation like in Valkyrie and Longinus. Therefore, Spriggan is a dual spin chip that has been dual nerfed. Well, that's the end of part 1, kiddies. Stay tuned for part 2. Same Papabey time, same Papabey channel.